Well, this is the BC special, and I'll tell you what, I'm not going to put true oil on this. I sanded this up to 1,000, and then I hit it with the buffer, and I think that's a good finish. I like that. This is walnut. It's not stabilized. But walnut is a hardwood, and I can't imagine it fluctuating with the humidity level being as how it is hardwood. That polished up real nice. I like that. So now I'm going to make a sheath. Boy, I like how that come out. I tell you, it feels really good in the hand too. You want to hear something funny? I was working on this, and then I heard my dogs barking. So I ran out, barking kind of not their normal bark. It was somebody's here bark, or it's a bark I recognize as not their normal everyday bark. So I went out the front door of my trailer to see what was going on. And I had this in my hand because, I was right in the middle of working on it. So I go out the front door, and there's these electrical workers getting out of their truck. And I come up to them, then I realize that I see the placard on their door, and I realize it's somebody that's supposed to be here. I still have this in my hand, but I wasn't thinking about me having this. This is just something I'm working on. In my mind, it's, I'm not wielding a knife. I'm just holding in my hand a piece that I'm in the process of working on. So I still have this in my hand. And these guys wouldn't get out of their truck. And then I realized that I was holding a knife. And I said, oh. I said, I make knives. I was working on this when I heard my dogs barking. I didn't come out to confront you or nothing. Oh my God, that was hilarious. And they all had a good laugh. And, I assured them, I said, yeah, this is my knife making shop here. I make knives. And when I heard my dogs barking, I was right in the middle of working on this, and I came outside not expecting to see anybody, but just wondered what my dogs were barking at, because it was, when something's in the yard, like another animal or something, they have a different bark, and I just happened to be working on this when I heard the noise. So that's the only reason I came out with a knife in my hand, because I was working on it. I reassured them, and they got out, and I actually showed them the knife, and they liked it. And anyway, it was all good. But that was kind of I'll have to remember that, not to carry a knife out with me if I hear noise. I can imagine being on the other side of that, looking out at, and my wife says my expression and my beard and my, bald head, I look like someone that's just an inch away from being criminally insane anyway. So I can imagine what it looks like seeing, and plus I'm a big guy. So, yeah, I could imagine being on the other side of that, seeing a guy that looks like me coming out of the house with a knife in his hand. Yeah. Anyway, it was all funny. It was all good. When I assured them that I wasn't a mass murderer, that they had a good laugh, and I had a good laugh. And anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the knife. I'm gonna make a sheath. It'll be my first sheath. So, boy, I really like that, and I do like walnut. I would have to say that walnut is my favorite wood. I like bird's eye maple, but it's not as hard a wood as walnut is, and to really make a good knife handle out of bird's eye maple, it has to be stabilized. And walnut doesn't. Just like oak, it's, once you make it into a handle, that's it. Okay. Fred, that's your knife. I'm going to make a sheath now. This is the BC special. See ya. I hope I didn't go on too long about that, but it was kind of funny, and I'm sitting here thinking about it, drinking a cup of coffee, and petting my shop employee. Well, I think this is going to work. It might be just a tad small, so when I cut it out on my leather, I will I will compensate. I'll cut a little further outside the lines, and then that goes there. It's gonna look nice, I think. All right, let me go ahead and commit to a piece of leather. I hate wasting leather if I screw up, but it looks like it's gonna work. So I think I have got the sheath the way I like it. So I went ahead and cut it out. I got to cut this out, but still, that's done. So now I'm going to stain this. I think I'm going to go with a dark chocolate brown. That's my favorite color on this sheath. And then I'm going to sew the belt loop on. And then I'll put the webbing in there and glue that, let it sit a couple hours. So I may have this done today. Okay, I got this. I used ox blood. That's another favorite color. And I think it's gonna look good. All right, I'm gonna give this 2 or 3 hours of drying, and then I'm gonna come in and sew it. And probably tomorrow put the edge on this. Tomorrow was what, Friday. I may have this ready to ship to you Monday, Fred. All right, I have no knife orders. I do have a Texas Rumble cut out. I have a Cato cut out. And I can have a dinner skinner and a TCC neck knife cut out in just a minute or two. So, all right, I'm gonna go. It's past lunch. I'm gonna go get me a bite to eat and sit with my wife a little bit and watch the ducks. In a couple hours, I'm gonna come back and sew this up. Okay, I'm happy with the sheath. Now I'm going to put some black edge coat on the edge, and then I'm going to put an edge on the blade and give it a final polish. So this is Thursday. This can be shipped tomorrow. Okay, Fred. I'm going to take a few pictures and put it on my BC Blades Facebook page, since this is the first one. And I'll send you a PayPal link, and you can give me my money. Okay, we're done. Actually, not done. I got to put an edge on it, but I got to put an edge on it and then give it its final buff. I got fingerprints on it. Okay, I'll put the edge on it in the morning and get it in the mail. So, that's it. See ya. This duck has his head resting on his toy and he's sleeping. That's funny.
Even acknowledged me. My point about taking the video is they threw a fit to go outside. Yeah. I let them outside. Now they're just sitting at the door wanting back in.
Look at that chicken laying right on top of the duck.
Yeah, I've seen them.
That is funny, and the ducks don't seem to mind.
Well, they've grown up with it.
Yeah. You're on my shoes. I hope you didn't poop on my shoes, or is it too late?
Ooh, look at the dander coming off them chickens. You guys better. They're getting their wings.
Yeah.
I mean, their feathers.
I'm gonna need my shoes in about 2 seconds.
Well, let me out. I gotta pick up chicken food and get my day started.